Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So we are back at camp and it is time to level up. However, I am going to move us slightly because I don't want to be leveling up next to the weird portal sound. We'll go level up next to the skull. That's a much nicer bit of terrain to level up next to. We also have some other stuff that we need to do. We have a couple of people who are down some negative levels and we need to figure out the best way of fixing that. So you're down 2 and you're down 1. Okay. Do we have any restoration scrolls? We have 1 restoration scroll. Well, that's not really going to do. Are these temporary? No, they're permanent, unfortunately. Therefore, that is not going to work. Do we have a greater restoration scroll? I think it's called. I think it's actually called. It's called Restoration Greater. The same. This is Restoration Lesser. So I don't think we have any. Does Heal do it? I always get confused about what exactly Heal does. Heal does not do it. Okay, so we need to go back out into the world and get Darren to do it, basically. Right, let's accept. Doesn't matter where we're going. Actually, it does. We're going to go to the Bad Luck Tavern because it's a smaller area and that makes the loading screen shorter. I know, min-maxing the loading screens. At least it's not as bad as some other games we played in the past. These loading screens are fairly okay, especially compared to things like Kingmaker. It's a huge improvement. Right.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Let's go for a restoration here on you. And then the other one, I believe, was you as well. We could also sell stuff while we're here, I suppose. Yes, that was 1 negative level. We do need to do it multiple times. This uses diamond dust, right? Yeah, we're good. And then 1 for Woljif. And then we'll do our selling. Yeah, that all works out. Wonderful. Over here. Do we have anything that we're keeping for anybody? I don't believe that we do here. No, so we'll just sell stuff. Right, show me your wares. So, composite longbows, gone. Gone. All 30 of those scimitars. Masterwork short swords, the scimitar. The shock longbow, more short swords, the breastplates. I should do bulk selling first as well. All the mithril chain shirts +2. We're keeping that. We're keeping that. We're keeping that one. Get rid of these things. Yeah, get rid of all of those. Belt of the Veteran Champion. Okay. That's 6 con. 2 bonus fortitude saves and +1 insight bonus to AC. That seems like that's probably actually good enough to give to somebody. The helmet as well is probably good enough to give to somebody. Ooh, Misty Cover grants wearer +2 insight bonus to AC against flying creatures and summoned creatures. Interesting. I don't know if it's good, but it's definitely interesting enough that we'll keep it. Right. And now we'll leave. Back to the Nexus. So, next step, equip everybody. Then we're going to learn scrolls for Nenio and Woljif. And then we're going to level everybody up. It's kind of going to be a little bit of an admin day. But, it's going to be good, because when we're finished, we're going to be very, very strong. Now, con bonus, bonus to fortitude, and an insight bonus to AC against evil creatures. That sounds like a seal item. Sounds like she should be the first person to get it. Now, she does have a +4 strength belt. Okay, that could be good. The negative of the +4 strength belt is that we always use a strength buff. But, you know, that's fine. If the strength buff ever wears off, we still have the +4. But also, I just realized fortitude is used against diseases and things quite regularly. And she's immune to a lot of them. So maybe it's for somebody who isn't immune. Maybe for somebody like you. You currently have a dex belt on. Yeah. Maybe, how about you? You have a belt of physical might. That is not very good. Let's give you the venerated champion. Yeah, let's go with that. And then Helm of Static Discharge. 5 bonus to CMD, electricity resistance. When you become a target of a spell that deals electricity damage, your next attack deals electricity damage. I think the phylactery is okay, but we could replace it. What other ones do we have? You have a helmet of wisdom? You know, honestly, you don't need that. Let's give you this helmet. Cool. Although you do lose your spiky hair. I think there is a way of turning helmets off, as in so you can't see them. Where is that? That is in... I'll be in settings, won't it? There we go. Oh, that's the wrong button. I was on autopilot there. Straight into save game. It's in options. Graphics? I have no idea where that is, but I'm sure it might be in game. Anyway, I'm sure there's a way of turning helmets off. There generally is in this sort of thing. But that's fine. So we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. This, blood clarity. That's fine, although you probably don't need that anymore. That's fine. I'm just seeing whether anybody else has any that are kind of bad. That's rage effect, so that's not bad. Camellia, you're most likely. Yep. There you go. It's not amazing, but it is, you know, better than what she was using. So therefore, makes it better. And then, actually, why don't we give you the luck ring as well, just while we're here. And you know what? We'll give you flow of water while we're here as well. Just, you know, to add on another thing that you might use eventually. Cool. Right. Everybody's got their levels. Yep. So you got your levels, you got your levels. Let's quick save, and it's time to level up. So, let's start with us. Level 16. What do we get at level 16? We get another judgment. Does this mean we're allowed 3 at a time? At 4th level and every 3 levels thereafter, the Inquisitor can use this ability 1 additional times per day. No, that doesn't. That just actually gives us another use of judgment. So this is terrible because we already have, like, you know, removed that with our mythic. There we go. 3rd judgment. At 16th level, when an Inquisitor uses our judgment ability, she selects 3 different judgments instead of just 2. Very, very nice. So we can get 3 judgments that we can then share to our entire team. That is absolutely fantastic. Right, we'll take that. It's also our ability score one. Ooh, nice. I think we have to take strength here. I don't think there's a better option than strength. Because all the rest of them are an even number. I don't actually know how many more we get, but an extra strength gives us melee attack rolls, damage rolls, and it actually gets us a plus bonus, which we currently don't get. So let's go with that. We'll take a point in each of those, and then lore religion. That seems fine to me. In hindsight, I probably didn't need a point in like all of these little ones here and there, but hey, whatever. We have actually used all the skills on this character, so I mean, in a way, we did need them at the time. We just don't need them anymore. I guess that would be an argument for respecking, but at the same time, I'm not going to do that because of the fact that it wipes your history of choices. Alright, so spells level 4 first. So at level 4, we have Order's Wrath, Divine Power, Burst of Glory, and Restoration. Now, there are a couple of buffs at level 4, like Protection from Energy, that we could potentially spread across the party. Is there anything else that we could do? The problem... You know what? Death Ward. I need Death Ward on somebody who isn't Social, so let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that. Right, level 6, we get 2. We don't already have a level 6, so these are new spells. Okay, cool. Are any of them buffs? All allies within a 30-foot radius get a buff against fear effects, and if they fail a saving throw against fear, it rerolls the save with a +4. Okay, that's fine. Circle of Death. That doesn't sound like we need it. What's Dictum? Oh, it's something to do with hit dice. Up to your caster level. No, none of that seems useful. Dispel Magic Greater. Can dispel multiple spells. Great. We use Dispel Magic all the time, so therefore it's a very high priority one. Holy Word would just get confusing because it's the same as our aura for our judgment. Anything else good? Umbral Strike, round per level. True Seeing Communal. I mean, that would save time with buffing, essentially. That's all that does. Like, literally, that's its main purpose right now. Inspiring Recovery. The ability to res is huge. Yeah, I think the ability to res is huge. Because that means that unless we're getting a game over, we can always res someone. That seems useful. And then all of these get buffs because our level went up. Cool. Well, that... solid level up, I'd say. Do we want to put any of the spells onto our bar here? Probably Dispel Magic Greater would be the only one. Is there anything I don't use? I never use this one. We can daze someone for 1 round per caster level. I never use it for some reason. Let's take it off for just now and put that on. Res, I don't really need to have out all the time. But I'm actually going to take Remove Sickness out and put Res there instead. Just so that I remember that we have Res. Remove Sickness is something where I could possibly look in the spellbook, and it doesn't matter whether I find it or not. Resing is something where it really does matter whether I remember I have it. That's kind of my main thing now for these action bars is, do I remember that I have the ability? If yes, then it doesn't matter. If it's on the bar or not, makes absolutely no difference. But if I don't remember that I have the ability, then, well, obviously I need to have it on the bar so I can see it. Also, are these the ones that we want? Yeah, I'm probably going to go for a saving throw. I'm probably going to go Shift 1, Shift 2, Control 2. Yeah, or Control 1, depending on whether we want healing or saving throws. Yeah, that's fine. Right, Regill. Level 16. Now, he isn't doing Hell Knight anymore. He cannot do another level in Hell Knight because he has finished Hell Knight. Which means that we have an interesting question for him. Do we go back to Fighter Armiger here, which would get him weapon training with double weapons, which would get him a +1 on attack and damage rolls, or do we instead try and get him in another class? Now he can do 5 levels of another class, I think. Yeah, he can do 5. Wait, what level are we? Or what level is he? Would be a better question. He's level 15 going to 16. So that gives you 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So he can do 5 levels of a class, in theory. So, if he sticks with his fighter class, what does he get? It's just simple, what does he actually... So he already has this weapon training. Because that's on the 5th level. So on 6th level, he gets bonus combat feat, Ardent. So... you get a +1 bonus on will saves against charm and compulsion, which he already gets some benefit from here. Yes. Okay, that's fine. I don't know if they stack, but I'd assume that they do. Otherwise, why would they give you this as a base class for him? Increases by 1 for every 4 fighter levels beyond the 2nd. I don't think Hell Knight levels count as fighter levels, so yeah, that's not going to be amazing. Additionally, the first time per day that he fails a saving throw against charm or compulsion, he re-rolls it. It replaces bravery. I don't even know what bravery is on this character. I assume that that's a default fighter one. Okay. He has his armor training that allows more dex. He gets another bonus combat feat. He gets weapon training again. So at 5th level, you can select one group of weapons. Whenever he attacks with a weapon from this group, he gains a +1 attack and damage roll. Wait, but I thought this already said he got... Alright, so no, at 5th level he can do that. Yeah, every 4 levels thereafter, which this would be a 4th level thereafter, a fighter becomes further trained, he gains an extra +1. In addition, the bonuses granted by the previous weapon groups increase by +1. Oh, right, yeah. For example, when a fighter reaches 9th level, he plays a +1 attack bonus on damage rolls with one weapon group and a +2 with a different one, selected at 5th level. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, so he gets to choose a new weapon? Yeah, so he gets to choose a new weapon to be trained with, and his old weapon that he was trained with gets a bonus. Okay, and then at 10th level, we would get another level on Ardent. Okay, so effectively what we're saying is our reward for going into fighter is 2 feats. We get a +1 will save... Sorry, +2 will save against charm and compulsion, because we get it here and here. Plus we get the first time per day, although we already have that from this one here. Plus we get an extra, we get a +1 to attack and damage rolls. So +1 attack and damage rolls, +2 on will saves against charm and compulsion, and 2 combat feats. Okay, that's not bad necessarily, but that's what we get. And then we get, like, you know, whatever the base attack is, which is fine. What else could he be doing? Well, let's just immediately say we're not going to give him magic. This is not his good thing. Look, we can actually see his stat line here. magic's not going to happen for him. He's not good at wisdom, intelligence, or charisma. These are the 3 magic stats, effectively. He's not good at them. So what else could he be? Alchemist. No, probably not. That, again, doesn't really sound like what we want him to be doing. So anything that says caster is right out there as well. Cavalier? So what would this give him? So at first level, he can challenge a foe to combat. Makes melee attacks deal extra damage when the attacks are made against the target of a challenge. This extra damage is equal to the Cavalier's level. The Cavalier can use his ability once per day at first level, and 1 additional time per day for every 3 levels beyond the first, to a maximum of 7 times per day at the 19th level. That doesn't specify whether that's Cavalier level or not. I guess I could have a look here and see. That is real level. Yeah. Because if it's something that levels up within Cavalier, you would see it here. You'd see it ticking up. Okay, that's fine. So up to 5th level. Actually, it'd be easier to look at it here. He gets charged. Can make more accurate charge attacks while mounted. He would probably take one that isn't mounted. Banner. As long as the Cavalier's banner is clearly visible, all allies receive a +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear and a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls made as part of this charge. Okay. He gets a bonus feat, which is one of these teamwork feats. And all allies within 30 feet will also get that feat, right? Or as a standard action, he can make all allies get that feat. Okay. Tactician. Receives the teamwork feat as a bonus feat. He must meet the prerequisites, so that's the same as this one. Okay, fair enough. He gets an animal companion, and he gets weapon and armor proficiency. So there's one of these that isn't animal companion, right? Yeah, so like Disciple of the Pike. Renowned monster hunters taking on large game. So he gets the bigger they are. +1 dodge bonus to AC against creatures that are larger than he is. I think he is counted as a medium-sized creature, as a gnome. I don't believe that he is counted as a small creature, but I can check. A +1 dodge bonus to AC against creatures that are larger increases by +1 if they're 2 categories higher. At 6th level, doesn't apply. Okay. To get the Tactician, you get Pike Charge. It makes more accurate charge attacks with polearms or spears. Yeah, so this probably isn't a class for him, I would imagine. Fearsome Leader, he still gets Animal Companion. Gendarme, he still gets Animal Companion. Knight of the Wall, still gets Animal Companion. Standard Bearer, he loses Animal Companion. Perfect. That's what we're after. He would get it at level 5 though, and he'd still get a horse. Alright, we don't want him to be a horse guy, so let's get rid of that. Cleric? Not him. Hunter? Not him. We don't really want him to have an animal companion. Inquisitor. Is there an Inquisitor that doesn't have judgments? Mainly because I don't want to have to deal with judgments twice. And he gets kind of spell things with it. I don't really think Inquisitor is where I want to take him. But let's just do a quick, like... yeah, I don't think that's where we want to take him. What about this one? Tactical Leader. You still get judgments? Nah. I don't think he's an Inquisitor. He's not a Kineticist. Not a Magus. Not a Monk. Not an Oracle. Ranger. Again, it says Divine Caster at the top, and I'm like, doesn't really sound like him. He could be a Rogue. Rogue's definitely an answer. Probably not Knife Master. How about Rowdy? Is Rowdy a... Is it a physical-based rogue? No, so he gets proficiencies. He gets Sneak Attack. He gets Martial Weapon proficiencies that mean nothing. He gets Vital Strike, which I think he might already have. He doesn't already have Vital Strike, so he gets that for free. Okay, so you make a single attack that deals significantly more damage. He already has Weapon Finesse, right? Yes, he already has Weapon Finesse, and we Mythic upgraded that, I'm sure. Vital Force. Rowdy adds 2d6 additional damage per sneak attack die to the damage of his Vital Strike. This is precision damage. That's not bad, so he's going to get a lot of attacks that then deal even more damage. He loses Evasion. Instead he gets a Rogue Talent. He gets 1 level of danger sense. And he'd get 3 levels of sneak attack. And he gets uncanny dodge as well. Okay. So you don't lose dexterity if the target's invisible. Or a dex bonus to AC. And, yeah, that seems good. Yeah. Okay. And then he gets a debilitating injury that he can apply. That's definitely okay. 5th level Rowdy is fine. He gets a lot of bonuses. I would say I think this is better than Fighter currently. What's Thug? Is Thug the strength-based? One of these is like a strength-based one. Or at least that's how I saw it. When you deal sneak attack damage, you can forgo the 1d6 points of sneak attack damage to make the target sickened. Nah, not really what I'm wanting to do, to be honest. No. When you use Persuasion to demoralize a creature, you increase the shaken thing by 1 round. That would work very well with his Dazzling Display, but it's a little bit convoluted. Let's say Rowdy Rogue. I think that's got potential. Rowdy Rogue, potential there. Scald, no. Slayer, we have too many Slayers. I'm not going to take it out of principle. Okay, let's say Rowdy Rogue, right? So he doesn't get Weapon Finesse. Alright, yes, so maybe this is the one that I was thinking was going to be is usually a strength one, but because he doesn't get Weapon Finesse, but because we already have that, it's not an issue. It's Vital Force and Vital Strike, so we're doing a lot of extra damage over critical hits. Not critical, for sneak attack hits. Oh no, Vital Strike Strength, right? Yeah, never mind, Rowdy sucks. Yeah, that was it. That's why he doesn't have Vital Strike, it's because it sucks, because there's a, there's a dex-based one, but it's not called Vital Strike. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Although, he would get a slight bonus to his strength, I guess. Add the results together before adding bonuses from strength, weapon abilities, precision-based, and other damage sources. Wait, maybe I'm wrong? Maybe this one's fine? Also, Vital Strike's a single attack. Yeah, I'm thinking of something completely different. Like a completely different ability. In that case, his fighter class is fine. Let me head out of here. What am I thinking of? It must be something that Woljif has, right? I can't see me getting this far in without getting whatever this is. Accomplished Sneak Attacker. Maybe I don't have it on Woljif. Maybe it's Camellia? There we go. It's this one. Piranha Strike. You see? It's similar-ish. It's called Strike. Right. Reg. So after all that, I've decided that Regill should be a... well, he should probably be a fighter. Although, actually, like, what about Base Rogue? What's the problem with Base Rogue? I mean, Weapon Finesse is wasted. But apart from that, Base Rogue is fine. Right? Although Finesse training is wasted. See, you get that wasted. Get that wasted. Yeah. I mean, he does get 2 rogue talents and would get sneak attack. He also gets a lowered base attack bonus, though, I think. I think rogue doesn't get fool. I think he's going to be a fighter, unfortunately. I think this is the best option. I was looking for something that would be better, but I think fighter just is better for him. I could be wrong, though. Here, we don't need an extra point in strength, although an extra point in strength could be nice because it would increase the amount you could carry without taking a negative, but that's not really how we should be thinking of our characters. An extra wisdom is nice because it increases, well, 1 is perception, which is okay, but it also increases his will save by 1, and it's an actual bonus. Or we assume he's going to get another point in dex somewhere, we give him a +1 and then he gets an extra +1 to dex later on. I think we go dex. Yeah. Let's go persuasion, perception. I think it's just perception. Yeah, that's straight in perception. That works. Bonus combat feat. Oh, look at this. It's Piranha Strike. What a weird ability. Yeah, let's just choose that one. Yeah, okay, so he got that anyway. And his Dazzling Display in Order of the Godclaw leveled up because it's new. He's at a new level. Cool. Sociel. I'm going to call him Sociel, mainly because I was told that I said it right the first time, and I looked at his name and I was like, that's probably how I said it the first time. So that's how we're going to say it. Now it's like, now we get people going, no, it's Sociel, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine. Anyway, we're going to level him up. He's going to stick as a cleric. He's an easy one because he still has spells to learn. To be fair, after 17th level, we might not make him a cleric because he already has all the cleric spells, although he does get extra uses of them. There's no real reason for him to be a cleric at 20th level, so we might take a single level in something else, but yeah, 17 seems like a very good level to get him to, if nothing else. Here, wisdom. Easy choice. Then, 3 in here. He's done. Nice. Simple, clean, easy. Ember. Ember, you're going to keep being a witch. Exact same reason. Although Ember has a very high chance of not being a witch at level 19 and level 20 because Ember has absolutely no reason to be a witch at these levels. Like, she gets another hex? Who cares? Hexes suck. Like, we already have all the good hexes. Even 9th level spells. Like, there's no real reason for her to continue, like, along this path. I mean, she might get more spells, but the thing is, we're going to give her abundant casting anyway in Mythic. So she's already going to be able to cast more 9th level spells, I assume. So, like, once we hit level 18, we're done with Witch. I don't know what we're going to for 2 levels, but there's no reason to carry on. So, we'll need to think about that one. She's going to go for Charisma, I think, although if we put a point in Strength, she can carry more things, which I keep saying as a thing, but it does kind of matter, because it means that they could hold more weapons or better weapons. For her, it doesn't matter as much, but for someone like Darren later, it might be worth a point in there, although he always does a Strength buff, so maybe not, but you get the idea. Right, Charisma. Let's go Magic Device, Persuasion, Low Religion. Hex. We already have all the good hexes, as I said before. So we're pretty much just picking bad hexes. The witch can use her magic to grant her allies ferocious animal abilities. The witch can partially transform a willing ally, granting him natural attacks for a number of minutes equal to the witch's level. You gain 1 bite attack that deals 1d8 points of damage, or the creature gains 2 claw attacks that deal 1d4 points of damage. Number of minutes equal to the witch's level, so 16 minutes. Alright, that one seems good. Or it seems like we could use it. Any other major hexes? They're nauseated for a number of rounds equal to the witch's level. That's a huge number of rounds. They can attempt to save each round. Okay, that's fine. Can become an animal. No. Not that one. Delicious Fright. Shaken for a number of rounds equal to the witch's intelligence modifier. Yeah, that seems useful for somebody who has an intelligence of 12. Although I don't know whether it would use charisma instead, but anyway. Target is rimmed with a shell of frost needles that slowly work their way into its flesh. Fortitude negates. The target turns pale and blue and takes 1 point of con damage per minute until it dies. Per minute? That's every 10 turns? Not a huge fan of that one. Can touch a creature and protect it from negative conditions. We can choose one of the following each time she uses this hex. Blinded, cursed, disease, poison. If the target is afflicted with the chosen condition, the condition is suppressed for a number of rounds equal to the witch's level. Okay. Major healing. No. 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 Which can cause the debilitating wounds of a creature she touches to slowly close, helping it heal rapidly. So the target gains fast healing 5 for a number of rounds equal to half the witch's class level until it heals up 4 points, or it heals up to 4 points of ability score damage from 2 ability scores. I think we'll take Beast's Gift. That's fine. And then 8th level spells. Does she have any? She has Storm Bolt. Oh, right, from her zappy gloves. Now, she isn't going down the greater enduring spells route right now. So we're not really worried about that. Not that there appears to be any greater enduring spells for her to have. She's going down the I want to CC the enemy one. So let's see. So this is a target with 200 or fewer hit points that fails its saving throw is killed. If they have 201 or more hit points that fails its saving throw, it can keep its heart from leaping out of its chest, but it's still staggered for 1 minute and takes 1d4 points of con drain and 1d4 points of con bleed. The difficulty, I assume, is just a saving throw. Yeah, so it's just I assume it's a will saving throw? Fortitude saving throw. Yeah, regardless of its current hit points, if the target succeeds at a fortitude save, it's still staggered for 1 round. Okay, that's fine. You become larger? No. Evaporates moisture from the body of each subject living creature, causing the flesh to wither and crack and crumble to dust. It deals 1d6 points of damage per caster level, so 16d6 points of damage. The spell is devastating to water elementals and plant creatures, which take 1d8 points. We don't really run into that many plants, I'll be honest. Fortitude halves it, but that's still a lot of damage. Inflicts serious wounds. Oh wait, no, this is 30 feet burst centered on a point. Never mind, so that's fine. Negative energy, 3d8 points of damage plus 1 per caster level, so 16, to nearby living creatures. That's not really that much damage. That does a max of... So that'd be 24. That does a max of 40 damage. I mean, that's not really that much. Mind blank. Grants a plus 8 resistance bonus on saving throws against all mind-affecting spells and effects. Interesting. Is a buff, which is 24 hours by default. The problem with this one is... Like, I'm trying to think. The problem with this one is we only get 1 level 8 spell slot. So that's not really going to be used that much on her. Could be okay, though. We'll leave that for just now. Power word stun. Again, it's about how many hit points they have. I'm not interested. So what's this? Will partial. So you make a target permanently shaken and sickened, but partial will save reduces it to 1 round. Okay. Rift of Ruin. Extra dimensional hole. Absolutely not. Soul Reaver. This potent death spell deals 1d6 points of damage per caster level to living creatures in the area of effect. So that's 16d6 points of damage. Okay. 16d6 points of damage versus 3d8 plus 16. These are pretty much the exact same ability, except it's a slightly lower AoE. And one is much better. I mean, I think the difference is this is negative energy, while this is just... It doesn't actually say what type of damage it is. It's just death damage. Soul Reaver sounds good. Or we could summon monsters. Oh, we also can't take Storm Bolts because it thinks we know it because of our equipment. That's kind of funny. I think Soul Reaver and Horrid Wilting are pretty good here. Horrid Wilting actually does more damage. It does the same damage but has a larger range. But Fortitude halves that and Fortitude halves this. Yeah, Horrid Wilting is just better. I think. And I think it's between that and Death Clutch. I am going to go for Horrid Wilting. Right. Sounds good to me. Next up, Wenduog. Hello there. Right. Invulnerable Rager. She gets another level of damage reduction. She gets another rage power, and she gets Indomitable Will. While in a rage, Barbarian of 14th level or higher gains a +4 bonus on will saves to resist enchantment spells. Nice. And it stacks with everything else it said there. Give her an extra point in strength because she's using a strength weapon. It does look a little bit weird that she has a +7 in dex and a +7 in strength, but hey, there you have it. Go for perception, mobility, athletics. Rage power, we increase her damage reduction by 2. Okay. Probably not going to go with that one. Gains a +10 enhancement bonus to her base speed. And it stacks if we took it again. Standard action, you can heal 1d8 points of damage plus con modifier for every 4 levels the Barbarian has beyond the 4th. So 3. Increases by 1d8. So that'd be... She's got 4d8 healing. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to change her stance at this point. We're kind of committed. While in guarded stance, the Barbarian gains an additional +4 dodge bonus to AC against attack rolls made to confirm critical hits. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. She's always in guard stance, so that would be good. Barbarian is immune to the sickened and nauseated conditions. Okay. Fiend Totem. You get Wicked Barbs. When they're hit with a melee weapon, unarmed strike or natural weapon, the person takes 1d6 points of piercing damage. Now, this also gives you access to Fiend Totem Greater in 2 levels. While raging, the Barbarian is surrounded by an aura of menace. Good creatures adjacent to the Barbarian are shaken and take 2d6 points of slashing damage. Yeah, unfortunately, we're good, so that's not really going to work. While raging, the Barbarian gains a bite attack. If used as part of a full attack, the bite attack is made at the Barbarian's full base attack bonus -5. If the bite hits, it deals 1d4 points of damage, plus half of the Barbarian's strength modifier. No, I think I'm going to take Protect Vitals, because the other ones sound... because that sounds terrible. This sounds okay. The Greater Fiend sounds terrible. This is fine. This is pretty good. Some Internal Fortitude, Protect Vitals, and Swift Foot are the 3 that I think are good. This one sounds very useful for her not dying. Just partially what we want with Wendwalk. We want her to just kind of stand there, do a ton of damage with her very heavy weapon, and then not die. That's kind of my goal with her. Lan! Hello there, Lan. Another point in Slayer. People will still say maybe I should take another point in Land so that we get a bonus to something in Zen Archer, so we get another bonus. I think we're still on track to get a 10th level bonus here. Is that right? Yeah, because we have 10 there. We're still on track to get this advanced bonus, which might be okay. Maybe. I don't know. We'll keep trying it. If it turns out to be bad, we'll move on. And maybe respec. We'll do another point in Wisdom. Athletics. Reception. We actually don't tend to use Lan much anymore. Lan has kind of moved out of the party as Arushale moved in. But that's okay. So Slippery Mind. Gain a bonus on saving throws against mind-affecting conditions equal to Dex. When you make a sneak attack against a creature that has damage reduction, the character reduces that damage reduction for 2 rounds by an amount equal to this character's level. That's very nice. What else have we got? A character makes a perception check. Is perception one of your skills? It is. Okay. They gain a +4 bonus. Oh. Okay. But also we're always in the party, so that doesn't really matter. Take a combat style feat, don't need it. Combat trick, don't need it. We can go into stealth easily. Probably don't need that. When we hit a target, it deals sneak attack damage. That's what weakening wound is, effectively, isn't it? Or is focusing attack separate? I think focusing attack separate. And it's melee. And it's a friendly target. Oh no, when the character is sickened and hits a creature with a melee. Yes, that's all melee. +1 on saves against poisons as well. +4 against saves against all spells that cause the character to be nauseated or sickened. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity when standing up. Adds knowledge arcana. Nope. Opponents damaged by this character's sneak attack can't make attacks of opportunity for 1 round. That's quite nice. It's prerequisite for Confounding Blades. It's a melee weapon ability. Okay, lower nature. We can choose a type of terrain, which is a prerequisite for Slayer Camouflage here, which I assume allows you to go invisible or stealthy when you're on that terrain. Immunities to difficult terrain. Trickery is a class skill, don't need it. Trip. Uncanny dodge. Cannot be caught flat-footed, nor does she lose her dexterity bonus to AC. We never lose our dexterity bonus to AC because we don't use our dexterity bonus to AC because we use wisdom, I think. We can select dirty trick. What's dirty trick? Perform a dirty trick combat maneuver. No. I think this one's okay. Cause a character not to be able to do sneak attack. So not be able to do attacks of opportunity if you sneak attack them. That's pretty good. Yeah. I'm just going to double check that about Lan. Yeah, because he should be gains a +7, yeah, from other as it puts. Oh no, but he also gets his dex. Oh, I think he gets wisdom and dex. And yes, he does lose dex, so that would actually be fine. We could take that next level. Okay, cool. Camellia, hello there, Camellia. Enjoy another level up. She's gonna stick with Shaman. She might end up being in Shaman the whole way because she's already had her 1 point away from Shaman at the start, so Yeah, we might end up with her going all the way to level 19. That's fine. Here, I would like another point in Dex, please. It's like Wisdom, Charisma. I'm like, nah, she's a Dex character. Trickery, Stealth. Cool. She got some new spells. I love when it's like some characters you spend ages on, some it's like, yep, they got their spells, we're good to go. Paladin, level 16, gets an additional use of Smite Evil. That's all you need to know about a Paladin. I mean, Dex and Wisdom are fine to boost up because they give you bonuses to the saves. And it gives you Lore Religion. See here, like, bonuses to AC and Touch AC and all that. Extra Strength is so nice, though. We're assuming that we're getting 2. We could do 1 in Wisdom, 1 in Dex. Basically, we're choosing 1 Wisdom, 1 Dex, or 2 Strength. I think I might take an extra point in Dex, and then we'll take a point in Wisdom later. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think that might not be optimal, but I like it. Yeah, I like the extra AC. Am I really taking News Magic Device? I guess I am. Okay, cool. Force level up. Level 16 gets nothing. Cool. Point in Strength. Boom, boom, done. Horse. Easy level up. Areelu. Hello, Areelu. Level 16 gets improved evasion. So if the character, except while the character still takes no damage on a successful reflex saving throw against attacks, they henceforth only take half damage on a failed save. Oh wow! So even if you fail a reflex save against the spell, you still only take the half damage. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I will take an extra point in Dex, so you're now at 32 Dex, which is nuts, I would say. But that's because she has a +6 and she's got +2 from her thing there. But still, it's insane. There we go. Perfect. She's done. Nenio. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? I never did this, but we should do this now. Because I still haven't done the 2 characters that I needed to do. We should make her learn some spells so that I don't learn them again. Cool. That all the spells we needed? Oh, 1 here as well. I think that's all the new spells. Woljif, while we're at it. I'm just going to do this in case in case it wasn't showing up because we just done Nenio's. No, he has no spells to learn. Although that could also be because Nenio learned all the new spells. Right. Let's see here. So level 16, she basically just gets more spells. I'll have an additional point in intelligence for you. See, she's one where I'm like, you could put a point in strength and be okay. Let me just have a look. Is she having a problem with strength right now? No. We did have a problem where we were thinking we could give her a different crossbow or something, but it was too heavy. I think she's fine. Yeah. Okay. I would like to level her up. That's all okay. We'll take a point in wisdom. Not wisdom, intelligence. There we go. Spell specialization. Oh, we just get one at this level for some reason? Okay. Select one spell. You treat that spell as being... Treat your cast level as being 2 levels higher for level variable effects of the spell. Okay. So, I hope it's only showing me spells I have. Well, what spells would be beneficial to have 2 levels higher? Be anything that's got a... Can I see what the spells do? No. Or be anything that's got like a max spell level of above 20. Yes. This... What? How would I even know? What, like, I don't know what all these spells do off the top of my head. The level variable effects of the spell. Alright. Let me have a look at her spell list, and then I can find out what we need to do here. So, none of those were showing up. Polar Ray is the one we already have, because it goes up to maximum of 25 d6. This one can do a bunch of spells. Can it do Polar Ray? No. Okay, I was just reading through the list. Key Shout, 20d6. If it maxes out at 20d6, there's no point in even, you know, entertaining it, because it doesn't matter. I wanted to check Phantasmal Killer, actually. Does it get a benefit from leveling up? No. Okay, so why is it there? At least I don't think it does. Shout. That doesn't even scale, which is news to me. Okay, good to know. 10d6. Do we have any ability that scales? No, none of these ones do. So it's got to be like a later level spell. Key Shout. 20d6. Huh. Maybe Shadow Evocation is our best plan. Just hope that one of those spells is the one that we're looking for. Wait, or does it tell you what spell level it's going to be at? Save DC is set according to Shadow Evocation's level 5th rather than the spell's normal level. Okay. So the save DC is set according to the spell's... Okay, so actually if we level up, the save DC goes up. So I do want... Yeah, I want Phantasmal Killer. Because I want... If the save DC goes up per level, I want Phantasmal Killer to scale. I might have got this wrong. It might be bad. But I'm working with incomplete information. So I'm going to go with whatever I think is close. And I think what is close is fantastic. I'm basically going to choose this because I want this to be better. Which isn't a great logic, but you know, that's where we're at. Right, I get to choose 9th level spells, which means I get Icy Prison Mass, which is huge, in theory. It could just be great for taking out a whole bunch of people. We get Tsunami, which, creatures struck by the tsunami, does a wave one, take 24 d6 points of bludgeoning damage. And they must take a combat maneuver check, athletics check, or mobility check against the DC of this spell or be knocked prone and carried along by the wave. The freedom of movement prevents you from being carried along, but does not prevent the damage it causes by hitting you. That's kind of cool. Heroic Invocation. It's a buff in an AoE, 10 minutes per level. You gain a +4 morale bonus on attack and damage rolls, and temporary hit points, and become immune to fear and charm. That's really good. That's insane. All of our 9th level spells are insane. Foresight. You gain instantaneous warnings of impending danger and harm to the subject of the spell. You're never flat-footed. In addition, the spell grants you a general idea of what action you might take to best protect yourself and grants you a +2 insight bonus to AC and on reflex saves. This is where rogues come out and say, look what they have to do to have a fraction of our power. A 9th level spell. Anyway. Scintillating Pattern. What is this? Hit dice. The moment you say hit dice, I'm like, I'm out. I don't care what the rest of it says, I'm out. Although actually that might be our only... Never mind, I'm in. Is our only illusion spell at this level, therefore I'm in because we get that for free. Like, as in, not for free, but as in, it doesn't take up a spell slot, therefore it's great. So if they're hit dice, wait, so let me just have a look. The spell affects the total number of hit dice equal to your caster level maximum 20. Creatures with the fewest hit dice are affected first, and among creatures with equal hit dice, those who are closest to the spell's point of origin are affected first. If it's 6 or less, they're unconscious. If it's 7 to 6, they're stunned for 1d4 rounds. If it's 13 or more, confused for 1d4 rounds. This isn't going to scale. It's very bad. Buffs aren't what we're going for. Buffs aren't what we're going for the second one as well. Creatures under the effect of this enhancement enter a state of euphoria. Speed is halved. This isn't what we're going for here. What's Sea Mantle? I've seen a lot of them doing it, so let's see. You see here and breathe normally, but attacks against you are treated as if you were under the surface of water. You're gaining improved cover against foes who do not have freedom of movement effect. You also gain immunity to fire. Okay, cool. I think Shout Greater probably seems good. It does more damage than the Shout. Okay. It's not actually as good as I thought it was. But Storm Bolts. It's an AoE centered on the caster, but it hits all enemies. 1d8 points of electricity damage and are stunned for 1 round, but a fortitude saving throw halves the damage and negates the stun. Sunburst. All creatures in the globe are blinded and take 66 points of damage. Successful reflex save negates the blindness, but if they're undead, they take 1d6 points per caster level. Okay. I think that Storm Bolts and Shout Greater are good. It's a 60-foot cone on the Shout as well. It's pretty good. Yeah. It's one of these two. Let's take Storm Bolts. That gives us a safety move. Cool. And she also got an improved prismatic something, apparently. That must be from her, that just must be a class thing that she gets. Or, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably, like, the Spell Illusion one. Yeah, so she would get at level... I think she gets some... I think she gets something at a higher level. Anyway, whatever it was, she gets it. Right. Darren. Level 16 gets level 8 spells. I really have no idea. Why don't you have an extra point in charisma? It gives you an extra couple of spell slots. And it helps with what we use you for. So that seems fine. I think we're just going straight lore religion on you. Yeah. Still not feeling great about our lore religion. 7th level, we have Restoration, Resurrection, Greater Elemental, Cure Serious Wounds. Anything else here? We could take something like Soul Reaver or Storm Bolts. Both of which sound good, potentially. Just thinking, if that's round per level, right? Could that be long enough that... No, it's not going to be long enough that... So that's going to be... 16 6-second rounds. That's not going to be long enough that we can make it 24 hours. That's fine. Let's have a look. Frightening Aspect. +6 to Strength, +4 to Con, +6 to Natural Armor, DR, Spell Resistance. You also emanate an aura that emanates... You also emit an aura that emanates 30 feet from you. Enemy creatures within the aura are shaken. Each time a creature is shaken by this aura, it hits you from melee attack, they become frightened. I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't really know if we want him to become larger, but that's kind of cool. Shield of Law. Yeah, that's the round per level ones. The thing is, that is actually a buff. Yeah. It is a buff. So that could be good for him. Same with this one, actually. The Angelic Aspect is a buff. So there's no real reason why we shouldn't take it. You know what, sure, I'll take it. Oh, wait, these are 8th level spells. We have no 8th level spells currently. I thought these were 7th for some reason. Oh, you know what? No, never mind. I just spotted something. Summon Elder Elemental. Of course, we're going to summon Elder Elemental. His Elemental build is one of our worst builds, but I'm sticking with it, and it occasionally is useful, so we'll take it. Woljif. Eldritch Knight. There we go. I almost took the wrong class. He doesn't really get anything at this level, but that's fine. He's still scaling. At level 20, he will be his final form. There we go. We'll have all of that. So what's this? These are 5th level spells. Really? 5th level spell? Oh no, these are just... Yes, these are 5th level spells that he's getting here. Alright, so we're looking for anything that's like... anything that's like I hit on a touch attack. That's really what we're looking for. Racking Ray. Ranged touch attack. We're looking for melee, but if we can't find any, we can have something as if we had the blind sight ability. That could be okay, I suppose. Anything else? Shadow Evocation. Should probably take Shadow Evocation because, one, it's not affected by spell resistance, although they do have to do a will save. Oh no, it does say that they're allowed spell resistance on that one. Oh no, we have the ability to get through spell resistance now. But yeah, that basically just gives him a selection of spells he can cast, which seems useful. And then, I don't know, what else we'd want? Maybe... The problem with him is he has to choose his beforehand. So you really want things that are just generically useful. I guess I could take Stone Skin Communal in case I need it, or Thought Sense. Maybe Thought Sense, why not? Let's try that. Okay, and that leaves us with one remaining person to level up. Greyboar. Greyboar. Slayer, 16th level. Committed to his path. Point in strength. There we go. He has stealth. He has a mobility. He has athletic. Actually, wait, am I leveling stealth on him? Or was I meant to be leveling perception? I think I was leveling stealth, but I don't see a reason why I wouldn't be leveling perception. Okay, we're committed to stealth. What's he get at this level? Don't know. We could get him a familiar. Get him a cat or a duck. And just have him wandering around a little duck. That could be fun. Get him a combat thing would be okay. We already have something that triggers on our attacks, don't we? Confounding Blades, is that it? Yeah, that's probably the one that we have. Oh, we have Crippling Strike. There we go. That's probably the one that we have active. Although we also have Slow Reactions. And Weakening Wounds. Yeah, so actually we could probably choose more of these, right? Whenever you strike a creature with one of your sneak attacks, you also deal 1 point of con. That actually gives him great things, so now he's taking away strength and con with each hit. I actually like that. Like it so much that I just took it. And we are now done with our leveling. Look at that. Took a long time, but very, very worth it. Right. We're not quite done yet, though. We do have our spell books to do. Spell uses per day. Perfect, as I like to see it. Right. He has a spell at this level. What do we need at this level? Could take a resist energy, I suppose, just to give him one of those. Could just give him a little resist energy. Yeah, just a little. Oh no, that's not AOE. That's single target. I forgot. I honestly don't know what we even want to give him. That's my current state. Like, what would even be useful? Anything that says spell resistance, obviously not. Do another Blessings of Courage in Life, I guess? Sure. Right. 3rd level. 3rd level, he has a weird collection. Let's give him another resist energy. 4th level. Death Ward. This level, guess we could give him the one we haven't given him. Or one of the ones we haven't given him. Like Eagle Splendor to increase charisma? Sure. 7th level. Apparently I've decided that previously that Jolting Portent is the way to go, and why would I disagree with myself? We could do Resurrection, but I have no diamonds anymore, so that kind of makes that easy. 8th level. Angelic Aspect. Frightening Aspect. Let's just keep stacking the aspects. And then Unholy Aura, that's round per level. Death Clutch, Cloak of Chaos. Don't think any of the rest of these are like a buff, so maybe Storm Bolts. Yeah, just try first the stun around you. Cool. Why am I doing that? I was going all the way down here. Embers next. Spells per day. Love it, love it. Forgot that. Can't cast spells, even better. You're fine with your weird collection spells. This one, let's take another, I don't know. I was going to say Call Lightning Storm. Why don't we have a Flame Strike just to mix things up? 7th level, you're sorted. This level, Frightful Aspect is an obvious choice because, I mean, it's the only choice for that slot. Animal Shapes. Turns you into a bear. I'd rather not, you know? I'd rather not. I think that Horrid Wilting is the way to go here. Actually, you know what? I think Storm Bolts, because it's the same logic as with Soasil. Basically, the reason I've taken it on both of them is it's because it's round the person who casts it. We might as well just run them in and use it. Sounds useful. You, I don't think... Oh, no, you did get an extra spell. And it's not because you have a temporary buff on. Although I just realized that some of ours might be later because they have a temporary buff on that they get an extra slot. Let's go Blessings of Courage and Life. Okay, you're done. You got an extra spell. But again, see, this one might be because we have an extra... yeah, this one might be because we have that... we have extra stats on right now because of buffs. So, it might not actually apply. Although, given our buffs don't wear off, really, it's more relevant. Because we can get... we can buff and then get spell slots. You're... as I saw in here, you're spontaneous. This one, we could give you another use of haste. I like haste. Something like Force Punch, it will be useful later, but right now that's fine. Although Dispel Magic is probably quite useful. Yeah, let's give you a Dispel Magic. Nothing there. This level, maybe Thought Sense. Yeah, sure. And then he doesn't get anything higher. And then Greybor can't cast spells. Perfect. Well, that took a long time. A lot of leveling, but very, very much worth it. We're not quite done yet, though. Because we're heading out with our party. We're heading to the Bad Luck Tavern, and we're selling our junk. And then we'll be done. Pretty much. Yeah. Then we'll be done. Right, so let it load in. Hello. Show me your wares. I wish to sell you my junk. Thank you. Look at that. We're rich. And this seems like a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.